So, there's apparently a million ways to die in the West.
Stop it! You're eating my face! You stupid goat!
Damn, I'm sure glad I don't live in the West.
It's 101 in the shade of the sun. If you fall asleep, you fry. A million ways to die.
Yeehaw, everybody! This is 22 Tiger Dude. I'm here to review A Million Ways to Die in the West. So, A Million Ways to Die in the West is the second film made by Seth MacFarlane. The first film is Ted. The film is written, directed, and produced by Seth MacFarlane. Holy crap, as well as starring him, along with the cast like Liam Neeson, Charlize Theron, Amanda Seyfried, Giovanni Ribisi, Sarah Silverman, and Neil Patrick Harris. So this film is about Seth MacFarlane. He plays a sheep herder. He's a farmer, but he's very cowardly in the West. He doesn't like all the things that go in the West because, you know, the West is such a shitty place. You learn all the million ways you could die in the West. Along the way, he meets Charlize Theron and Liam Neeson. He comes into the West doing his villainish stuff, and that's really all you have to know about A Million Ways to Die in the West. So going into this film, I was honestly really excited because I love Ted. Ted is my favorite comedy of 2012. Yeah, I was disappointed in the film, to be honest. Now, granted, it's not a bad film. I did laugh hard in some moments. You do get the clever Seth MacFarlane humor. But then you also have the Seth MacFarlane humor that goes repetitive with the poop jokes, the dick jokes. Seth MacFarlane, he does do a good job as the leading role because with Ted, he just provides his voice for Ted. But in this film, he's pretty much doing his first live-action lead role, and I thought he really sold it. Charlize Theron does a really good job in here too. I thought she had very good chemistry with Seth MacFarlane. The two of them have really good back and forth with each other. Neil Patrick Harris, hilarious. If there's one thing I have to say about Neil Patrick Harris, he is by far the standout. Almost every line that guy says is pure comedy gold. He just sells it in his role. Also, you have Amanda Seyfried, in which I really like Amanda Seyfried, but one of my issues with the film is that she is wasted here. Like, she's just here in this film to be the prop. Seth MacFarlane had to try to win her over because, you know, she broke up with him over Neil Patrick Harris. So Amanda Seyfried's just there for that, but she serves nothing for the film. And honestly, I have to say the same for Giovanni Ribisi and Sarah Silverman. Now, to be honest, I hate Sarah Silverman. I can't stand her at all. I just don't think she's really funny. And in this film, I'll be honest, she does an okay job. I actually did not mind Sarah Silverman here. But Giovanni Ribisi, along with Amanda Seyfried, felt wasted. And there was really no point of her being the whore. Honestly, first of all, her role is utterly ridiculous to me because she's going out with Giovanni Ribisi, yet she has sex with 10 different men like every single damn day. And you know what's so ridiculous to me? She won't have sex with Giovanni Ribisi until they're married, just because they're Christian. I know some are going to find that funny, but to me, it was just wow. And then Liam Neeson, he was enjoyable here. His role isn't bigger until the second half of the film. But when Liam Neeson is in here, he's just really enjoyable. And honestly, it's just such a joy to see Liam Neeson play this evil cowboy villain. And honestly, he was actually pretty menacing. So you could just tell Liam Neeson had more fun with the role. He brought in a lot of energy. The structure for the storyline didn't feel quite right. And some scenes in the film do feel added just so the running time could be longer. And it's going to honestly bore some people because this film is nearly 2 hours long. I was never bored, honestly. I'm watching this film going, okay, that doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Like I said, there are some hilarious moments. One of the moments I thought were hilarious was this whole montage of Charlize Theron teaching Seth MacFarlane how to use a gun. That whole scene right there was laugh out loud hilarious. Of course, the cameos are really hilarious. The scene involving Seth's major freakout without going into details, some of the weirdest shit I've actually seen in film in general. You have to watch that scene to see what I mean, but that actually gave me a really good laugh. So don't get me wrong, there are some funny moments. But the problem is the unneeded poop and fart joke. And honestly, the only fart joke I laughed at in this film was the scene when Seth MacFarlane is explaining to Sarah Silverman and Giovanni Ribisi about all the ways you could die in the West. But everything else involving just the dick jokes, the piss jokes, the poop jokes, it's just not needed. Like, I understand Ted had them, but at least Seth MacFarlane didn't overuse them. And I gotta talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. There is a scene where you literally see a man take a crap in the hat. It was disgusting. It runs for like a minute or a minute and a half long. Oh dear God. And then the thing is that they don't actually show the poop. But then after that scene, you know what Seth MacFarlane does? He shows us the poop. Yes. Thank you, Seth MacFarlane. Thank you so fucking much. We just enjoy seeing poop on screen. Yes, you rock for that, man. The film does look beautiful. I really like the scenery, the overall look on the Western. That's definitely one of my positives. And of course, just like in Ted, Seth MacFarlane does provide very great music that really fits with the Western tone. Like, the movie opens with opening credits and you have this Western soundtrack that goes on. It fits so perfectly, and the soundtracks is definitely one of the most memorable moments of the film. Overall, A Million Ways to Die in the West, it's not bad in my opinion. It's just entertaining at best. There are some funny moments. There are some unnecessary moments involving the poop, dig, piss jokes, all that stuff. The storyline's okay, but you can predict what's going to happen at the end, and even the finale of the film felt so rushed to me. If you're a huge fan of Seth MacFarlane and you're aware of the kind of humor he brings you, I still say go check out this film. It is far more superior, but I mean, A Million Ways to Die in the West, yeah, it's there. So I'm going to give A Million Ways to Die in the West 2.5 out of 4 stars. Please check out my best and worst episodes of Family Guy and celebration of Seth MacFarlane. I did it with Preston from his The Wolf of YouTube channel along with Adam Haskell. It was a lot of fun. Check out my best and worst episode of Family Guy as well as theirs. And I also happen to review A Million Ways to Die in the West on Justin Watches Movies channel. You could check that out as well. And also see Justin Watches Movies' take on the film. So I'll leave a link to both of those videos in the description below. Yeehaw!
I am 22 Tiger Dude. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power.